All right. What's going on, everybody? Y'all pull up, man. You know what I mean? Y'all pull up. So, welcome to View from the Man Cave, a place for honest, intellectual, and informative dialogue and discourse about all things related to masculinity and manhood, responsibility and respect, provision and protection. So, let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. All right, y'all, man. Hope y'all having a happy Tuesday. All right, I know we got the holidays coming up. I know we got Christmas Eve and Christmas coming around the corner, and then after that we got New Year's Eve and New Year's in the next week or so. So, on behalf of the Man Cave, I just want to say happy holidays to everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know what y'all celebrate. It's all good either way, however you do, however you play it out. But I just want to say happy holidays to you, happy Hanukkah, all of that. I want to start off by saying that it's been an incredible year. I'm starting off like this because this is probably going to be my last live of the year. Next Tuesday, a week from today, my wife and I we're going to be flying out to Dubai. I'm going to take her out to Dubai for New Year's. So it's a pretty good chance that I won't do a live next Tuesday. I mean, I haven't actually even thought about it, depending on what time we touch down in Dubai. Once we get settled, maybe going live for a few minutes or so, but probably not. I know wifey's going to want her time, and she deserves that. So this will more than likely be my last live of the year. So I just wanted to end it right. Thanking everybody for supporting the channel. I mean, this has been an incredible year. I started this platform, this YouTube channel about a year ago, almost a year to the day, and I kind of played around with the channel, and I really didn't start taking it serious and doing lives and consistent content until COVID hit, until around the end of March, early April. I think I did my first live like the first week of April, and it was called The Power of Posture, and I got a lot of love from that. So ever since April, I've been taking the channel, more serious, doing lives, once a week, and the channel has grown, leaps and bounds. In 1 year, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. I think we're at about almost at 1,950 subscribers. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very proud of that. I'm very thankful and humble, for that. Um, Only doing live shows for about 8 months now, only doing one show a week. You know what I mean? There are a lot of content creators who put in hella work, who do lives every day, every other day, do 2-3 lives a day, and they deserve all of the success that their channels have received. But with me and my schedule, with the family and all of that, I just kept it tight. I kept it thorough at one live show a week, and the channel has been growing like crazy. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful to all the people who have been supporting the channel. Watching, um, cash apping, super chatting, all of that good stuff. So I'm very thankful to all of you guys. So I'm very humbled and appreciative of that. Um, and happy holidays to you. However you do that, however, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of that, do you, but happy holidays to you. This time of year is very special to me also, to my family. The heartbeat of my family, on my mother's side, was born in December. She was born December 18th, 1932, and she passed away on December 15th, 1989. That is my grandmother on my mother's side, my grandmother, Mary Helen Jones. I love you. I miss you. You know what I mean? I was 8 years old when you passed away. I remember that night vividly. I remember, my mom getting the call, us running down there to the hood, what I mean, where we're from. I mean, I'm not bougie at all. I'm from the hood. I'm from the Jacks, you know what I mean? And that's where my grandmother was from. That's where we were raised, you know what I mean? And so I remember that night, December 1989, I was 8 years old, and we got that call, and we rode down to the hood, to the Jacks to check on my grandma, and she had passed away from a heart attack. And, once I got older, once I finished school and, I joined the military, I was in the Army. And, I would always go see my grandmother. I would always go to, her funeral, her burial plot. her tombstone, and I would go out there and I would talk to her and I would let her know that I love her. And, we would talk about, my fears and my goals for my life. And I was just always, wanting to make sure that my grandmother was proud of me, that I lived an honorable life to the point that, she could look down on me and be proud of what she saw. So I just want to say, happy belated birthday to my grandma. I love you. And, and I just hope that, I'm living a life that's worthy of your love and your respect. And I hope that you're proud of me, and that you continue to look down on me from up top. So I just want to say that to my grandma. I love you and I miss you. Also, I want to just shed some light and show some love to my goddaughter. My goddaughter, she does a lot of things, man. She plays basketball. She does taekwondo. One of the things about COVID that kind of, messed my whole world up was, I loved, going to see my goddaughter play basketball. It was her first year last year playing basketball. And for basketball not really being her sport, her just trying it out, trying to spread her wings a little bit, she did an incredible job. And I used to love, going to basketball games with her mom and dad and cheering her on. I think I went to every game. I think I missed one game the entire season. And but it was one of my pleasures. It was one of my guilty pleasures last year, watching her play basketball. And I couldn't do that this year, obviously, because of COVID. And but she's incredible at taekwondo. She's a taekwondo master. She does a great job. And she's actually second. She's ranked nationally. Nationally over the whole United States, and her age group in her class, in her weight class, she is second in the entire country. So I just want to show my goddaughter Marissa some love. I love you. Goddaddy Frank got you whatever you need. But that's her. I have so much love for her. She's an honor roll student. She does her thing, man. And I just, she always looks out for, for Summer and Juju. They look up to her. So I just wanted to show her some love, man, and let her know that, God Daddy's thinking about you and I'm proud of you, and keep going. The sky's the limit for you, and whatever you need, whenever you need it, however you need it, God Daddy is here. And I got you. So don't ever forget that. So I just wanted to get all that out the way right there. Let me see what we got. Yeah. So let me see y'all up in here. We'll see what we got. Wifey's in here, of course, always. My man, Kid Gravity, I see you. Third Ward, you know what I mean? The king of Texas, the king of H-Town in the building. My man, Glenn, what's up? Man, Glenn, what's popping? And Chantel always, Sunflower Girl, what's going on? And everybody else who's listening in. So I'm gonna get into the topic, man. I'm not gonna, waste too much of y'all time. I'm gonna keep this show a little short tonight. The NBA season started tonight. I want to watch some highlights. I know, my Tar Heels played earlier. We got smacked around by NC State. I don't really like that, but I got to deal with it. But we're gonna talk about some real stuff tonight, man. We're gonna talk about chasing and pursuing. It's the end of the year right now, man, and going into 2021. A lot of people are going to have some resolutions about their life and goals and what they want to do and how they want to do it. And rightfully so, man. It's a new beginning. We just transcended into a new age. The age of Aquarius is over. The age of Pisces is over. And we have been ushered into a new age, the age of Aquarius now, the age of information and technology. Rebellion and spirituality. So we kind of move, there's a shift going on right now. So a lot of people are going to have some resolutions and some goals, that they set for themselves going forward, going into the new year. And so one of the things that I want the brothers, man, if we're going to make some resolutions, if we're going to make some changes and set some goals for ourselves going into the new year, I want the brothers to really just, own their confidence, man. And when you out here pursuing, when you out here trying to get you a young lady, and you trying to bag you something, I want you to make sure that you're pursuing her instead of chasing her. And there's a difference between the two. A lot of people don't really know that, and a lot of brothers get caught up, and getting frustrated in relationships and, and trying to get their feet wet in the dating game because they don't really understand how to move and shake within it. You know what I mean? And, when you travel, you need a map, man. You know what I mean? When you play sports, you need a strategy. You need a game plan. You know what I mean? That's what all these athletes work on during the week. They prep, they watch film. You know what I mean? They're working out. They're taking care of their bodies. You know what I mean? They're stretching. They're getting massages. All of that. They're preparing to perform. You know what I mean? And so, as a man, we're no different in whatever arena that we're in. You know what I mean? Whether it's in the professional game, whether it's in the dating game, you prepare how you want to perform. You know what I mean? And in order for you to prepare, you have to know what's out there. You know what I mean? You have to know what you want and you have to know how to get it. You know what I mean? It's straight up. You can't, there's some brothers out here who can wing it. They naturally have the gift of gab. They naturally have a crisp mouthpiece. You know what I mean? They naturally know how to dress and style and finesse their way through life. You know what I mean? But for a lot of you brothers out there, y'all, it doesn't come natural to y'all. Y'all need to work on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not anything to be, to look down on yourself about. You know what I mean? Because as a man, that's your goal. As a man in manhood, you want to maximize your strengths and you want to strengthen your weaknesses. You know what I mean? That's what men do every day. I do it. There are things that I'm naturally good at that I do. I wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, wash my face, and I know how to do certain things. I've mastered certain things. And there are things in my life that I haven't mastered that I have to work on. I have to read. I have to study. You know what I mean? I have to prepare myself to perform. So that's nothing to look down on. And that's nothing to look at yourself in a negative way about. You know what I'm saying? So one of those things is just when you're dealing with relationships, you want to make sure that you understand how to pursue instead of chasing. You know what I mean? It's very important. So what's the difference between the two? Let's just break it down. Fellas, when you chase something, chasing a woman in her mind and the way it looks outside of yourself, the way other people see it and the way that woman sees it, when you chase her, it has a feel of desperation. It makes you look desperate. You know what I mean? When you think about a dog, you think about an animal. Dogs chase cats around. You know what I mean? Dogs chase cars around. You know what I mean? It's desperate. It's hasty. You know what I mean? It's you're really trying to, how do I want to put it? It's like when you chase a woman, you give off the illusion or the perception that you need this woman. You know what I mean? Or that you need a woman. You know what I mean? And that you need her for acceptance, you need her for validation, and you need her for approval. You know what I mean? You just going out and trying to get the woman, that's your goal. That's your end game. And it's all based out of, a lot of times it's based out of a fear. It's based out of a fear of rejection. You know what I mean? When you pursue a woman, it doesn't feel desperate. You know what I mean? There's certain things in life that you pursue. Like you pursue a job, you pursue a college degree. You know what I mean? It's different from chasing because when you pursue, it's methodical, it's tactical, it's precise, it has a purpose to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't come off like it's hurried. You know what I mean? It's very consistent, it's very steady. You're not really going over the top. You know what I mean? When you pursuing a woman, you're trying to get to know her. You know what I mean? You're not even really sure at the end of the day if it's going to work out. You're not even really sure at the end of the day where that relationship is going to go when you pursue this woman, but you're willing to find out. You know what I mean? It's wanting to be with the female, but not needing to be with the female. You know what I mean? So when you pursue a woman, you already in your mind, you're already validated as a man. You know what I mean? You already accept yourself as a man, and people around you in your circle, they see you on your square and they accept you as a man. You feel me? You like her. You really like her. You're really into her, but you don't need her. and you don't come off like you need this woman. You know what I mean? I hope y'all understand the difference with that. When you chase somebody, like when you chase a female, you're being nice. You're nice. You're nice all the time. You know what I mean? You're trying to win her over. You're trying to play to her affections. You know what I mean? And a lot of times that comes from a place of being rejected. It comes from a place of a fear of being rejected, a fear of failing. You know what I mean? It means that ladies, have you ever been in a relationship with a guy, or if you ever had a guy try to holler at you, try to put his bid in, and he always comes off as, he's afraid of making you mad. He always goes with the flow. He never really stands up for himself. You never really know who this man is or how he feels, because every time you interact with him, he always comes off as not trying to make you mad, not trying to rock the boat. You know what I mean? Out of fear that if he says something that you don't like, if he doesn't agree with all of your postures and positions in life, that you're not going to give him the time of day, or that he's not going to have a chance to get with you. So when you chase fellas, that's how it comes off. It comes off as you being soft. It comes off as you being overly nice. I know there are a lot of women who are listening to this, who will listen to it on the playback, who understand exactly where I'm coming from. They've dated guys who every time they wanted to do something, they'd be on the phone, talking, texting, whatever. And, the guy would say, well, I'm hungry. Let's go out to eat. And then he would say, well, and then she'll look to him to lead. They'd be like, okay, well, where are we going? You know what I mean? Well, what are we going to eat? You know what I mean? And she's looking to him to lead, and she's looking for him to be that masculine, to play that masculine position. And he won't do it. Every time it's time to eat, it's like, okay, well, what do you want to eat? Or where do you want to go? You know what I mean? Or I want to go where you want to go. You know what I mean? I want to do what you want to do. I'll do that for you. Like, that's soft, especially when you're doing it all the time. That's what men do when they chase. There's no confidence in it. There's no wanting you but not needing you. That attitude doesn't exist. It's like, I need this woman. I need this woman to validate me. I need this woman to bring a certain level of value to me so that I can feel good about myself. Like, I don't feel good about myself if I'm not with her. If I can't get her and be anywhere close to her, I don't even feel good about myself. So because of that, I'm willing to do things that I really don't agree with. And a lot of you brothers do that, man, all the time. You know what I mean? And when you get and if she actually does choose up on you and y'all in a relationship, then you're unfulfilled, because you're doing all these things and you're putting yourselves in these positions that you don't want to be in. And you're thinking that you have to do it, because if you don't do it and rock the boat, then you're not going to get what you want out of this woman. You're not going to get her to cooperate with you, or to compliment you, or to give you, sex when you want it, or whatever. You're thinking that you're going to lose these things if you be yourself. So you go out of your way to be nice. You go out of your way to do things that you think she wants you to do, as opposed to what you really want to do. And the problem with that is that, fellas, the way you lead off in a relationship has a huge lasting effect on the quality of that relationship going forward. If you come into a relationship soft, if you come into a relationship weak, if you come into a relationship flimsy and not having a backbone, and not standing up for yourself and standing up for your positions, and just basically standing firm on that. If you come into a situation and you're not doing that, you're setting a bad tone for the relationship. You're setting a bad precedent for that relationship. And what you're going to do is you're going to get to the point where you get overly frustrated, and you're going to try to change it later. And that's not always necessarily going to end well for you, because you've already set a tone, you set a precedent. So she's not really going to respect it if you try to switch up. You know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't want to compare a relationship between a man and woman to a parent and a child, but it's like that to a certain degree. You know what I mean? I have children. I can't be soft on my kids, when they're young, and then when they get to be teenagers, try to be hard and try to put the hammer down. It's not going to work. They already saw daddy was soft, so you can't come and try to be hard later. You know what I mean? So it's very important for you to have that certain level of confidence going in. You know what I mean? Stand on something going in. You know what I mean? Pursue from the beginning. Don't chase. Don't overextend yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be overly nice and try to, and because at the end of the day, a lot of that comes from a lack of confidence. A lot of these brothers out here, whether they will admit it or not, and I can be honest about it because I haven't always been where I'm at in my life. You know what I mean? So I made mistakes in relationships myself, in the past. I've let off um, in a non-masculine way myself in the past, and I paid for it. That's why I can come up here and talk to y'all about it. I'm not going. You will never see, you know what I mean, Frank. You will never see me a Views from the Man Cave come to y'all and talk about something I don't live. You know what I mean? You will never see me come to y'all and talk about something that I haven't experienced. You feel me? I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? And I have no shame. Um, I have no shame whatsoever in being real because I'm whole. I'm not here to impress anybody. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell the truth. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there are people out here um, who are listening. You know what I mean? I got a letter from a brother in reference to this, in reference to this show. And he was a young brother, 23 years old. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. I'm gonna read it to y'all. I'll read the email to you, obviously without mentioning his name, of course. But the brother hit me up, and he was a young brother, like in his early 20s, and he just kind of confirmed a lot of things that I've been feeling, and he let me know that there are brothers out here who are listening. There are brothers out here who um, who want some real ism and who want some real game where it's not fluffed, it's not over the top, it's not over exaggerated. You know what I mean? I'm not coming before y'all lying and fronting like a lot of these content creators do. I'm not going to do that. But matter of fact, I just found the email. I'm gonna read it to y'all. So this young brother sent me an email last week. Matter of fact, this is what he says. He says, "Peace. As a young cat, I must say that I enjoy your channel, Frank, and think what you're doing out here for the community is dope. I will keep my email short and to the point, but I just wanted to reach out to you today to ask if you could please make your next live on the difference between pursuing and chasing women." The reason why he came like that was because on my last show last week, I asked the people, I said, look, what, I gave them two options as to what show they wanted me to do. You know what I mean? I talked about that at the end of the show. So, so this brother emailed me and told me which one he wanted me to do. So that's why he alluded to this show today, which is obviously what I chose, pursuing versus chasing women. So he says, as a married brother, could you also list some things that young brothers should be on the lookout for when it comes to dating and selecting their wife? Like which red flags to look out for and which qualities to put heavy emphasis on when it comes to choosing a wife. He goes on to say, I know it's not common, but I am choosing to be on my purpose, and I'm waiting until after marriage to be intimate with someone. Even at 23 years old, I will say dating isn't easy, but I would appreciate your wisdom and guidance, my brother. Nonetheless, thank you so much and take care. So this young brother's 23 years old. He wants some information. He wants some wisdom. He wants some knowledge. And this brother said, look, man, I'm a virgin out here. I'm 23. I'm a virgin. And, I'm trying to keep it that way until I find somebody that I want to marry. And what I would say to that young brother is this, man, listen, I know we're in a culture right now that's overly sexualized. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you need to go out here and sow your oats. But I'm going to just tell you as a man, real rap. If you can hold out, for what you really, really want in life, the type of woman that you really, really want, I will hold out, man. You know what I mean? I really would. A lot of people like myself, a lot of people who are listening to this show, who have been around the block, you know what I mean, who have spread cheeks and allowed their cheeks to be spread. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it real. We're all grown here. A lot of us, if we're being honest, we would tell you that a lot of the situations that we were in sexually, we wish if we could have it back, if we could go back in time, we wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? So I would tell you that you're not really missing out on nothing, waiting. And I know a lot of brothers not going to tell you that, but listen, you stay focused, man. You know what I mean? You stay focused on your goals, getting your bag up. You know what I mean? Getting your money up, reading, learning certain things, man. Getting around a good crop of brothers, man, and just building and letting them sharpen you, and you sharpen them at the same time. You know what I mean? That should be your focus right now. I see y'all, Miss V. I see my man Phineas in the building. I see you, Liaison, too. What's good? You're not missing nothing out here, man. I mean, you really not. If you could hold out and focus on, on your life, on your goals, and getting your bag and doing your thing, you know what I mean? I would do that. So, but I have a lot of respect for this brother, and it lets me know, when I get emails like that, it lets me know that there are brothers out here, there are people out here who are listening. You know what I mean? Over here, I really don't, my energy is different. I really don't come at people, from a position of, beefing and talking about a lot of wild and crazy things on my, on my channel and whatnot. So, that flair, that energy, that essence of, being overly dramatic and beefing and stuff like that and getting lots of people in the building, what I mean? That's not really my thing. And what I've seen, just looking over the YouTube landscape is that you don't have to do that. There are a lot of brothers that I watch that don't get involved in the drama, of YouTube, of Black YouTube, and they have crazy subscribers. You know what I mean? One of them is the brother, the Style OG. You know what I mean? Good brother, talks about relationships, talks about fashion, all of that. Brother has, over 300,000 subs, no beefs, no checking people, no telling people that they need to, level up and all of that. Just giving crisp game. You know what I mean? Almost 400,000 subs. You know what I mean? The brother Tony Gaskins, he does the same thing. Relationship advice. He's a Christian brother, so he comes from that angle. No beef, no drama, no nothing. You know what I mean? Well over 275,000 subscribers. So to all you young brothers out there, to all you people out there who are thinking about doing this, you know what I mean? Just be true to yourself with it. You know what I mean? You don't have to be somebody that you're not and be successful. There are plenty of brothers out here who are who are authentic, to their own self, and they're doing crazy numbers. You know what I mean? So I just want to say that I want to thank that brother for writing the email, because it lets me know, man, that what I'm doing, people are listening to it, people are supporting it, you know what I mean, and people are rocking with it. Let me see, I had a super chat in here, my man James, T, appreciate that super chat right there. Good looking out. But absolutely, so brothers, you want to make sure that you're pursuing women, you're pursuing a woman that you like. You don't want to chase her. You don't want to overextend yourself, because even if you get her, you know what I mean, you're setting yourself up to fail. And a lot of women play y'all off because they know that you're chasing. They know that you're not pursuing. And we talked about earlier that, when you're chasing somebody, you seem desperate. You seem like you're trying to hurry up. It's like a used car. It's like a slick oil sales, like a used car salesman. Like you're trying to hurry up and get them to buy because you know that car is garbage. You know what I mean? You know that car got a lot of miles on it. You know it's got a lot of accidents on it. So you're trying to hurry up and sell that car real quick before the person that buys the car can find out. And when you chase women, that's the energy that you give off. You're giving off energy that tells that woman, he's trying to hurry up real quick and get me to where he wants to take me, because there's something wrong with him. He doesn't want me to find out about it yet. You know what I mean? He's afraid that if I find out who he really is, I won't want him. So he's painting a picture. He's playing a facade, and he's chasing me, overly aggressive. You know what I mean? Trying to get me to open myself up, because he knows off the rip that he's not really somebody that I would want. He knows that from the beginning. Listen, man, these ladies out here are very smart. And I'm not talking about your typical thotty or hood rat or whatever these other brothers is talking about. I don't even really talk about them like that, because they're not worth talking about. If you're a brother out here in the process of trying to find a female, you want a feminine woman. You want a high upper echelon woman. You know what I mean? Who's feminine, who's soft, who's intelligent, respectful, carries herself well. These are the type of women, or that is the type of woman that you should be trying to get. So that's what you should be paying your attention to. You know what I mean? Phineas, I see you. Shout out to you. And I appreciate that. So we're not even talking about, thotties right now, hood rats. We're talking about the women that you say you want. You have to come to her from a position of power. You have to come to her and pursue her from a position of confidence. And that's really what pursuing means. It means saying, look, I really like you. You know what I mean? I have a lot to offer. I have my stuff together. I'm focused. I'm on point, and I really like you. And I'm trying to see if we can build. And if we can build, that's great. You know what I mean? But if we can't, if I'm not something that you like, if I'm not somebody that you into, that's okay too. I'm not really trying to sweat you. I like you. I want you around. I want you close, but I don't need you. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to overextend myself and do things that are unnatural to me in order to get you or attempt to get you and keep you. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the two. So you how do I want to put it? Like a lot of times, man, these brothers, going forward next year, man, like we talked about with these resolutions and brothers really looking at their situations going forward. I want y'all to really stop, man, listening to these guys who don't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, y'all know these brothers don't make sense. But what they do is they speak to your pain. They speak to your frustration and they speak to your desperation, and you like that. It gives you a temporary high. And so what I want you to understand is that that's not really going to help you long term. You know what I mean? It's not. Women on top of, let me say this too. The type of woman that you want, fellas, yes, she wants certain things. If you talk to her, if you listen to her, she's going to tell you she wants certain things. She wants a guy who does this, who does that, who has all of these different qualities and traits and attributes. But she still has to be attracted to you. And that's where a lot of guys drop the ball. I think I put a post up about it yesterday. A lot of guys think that just because they make good money and just because they, have their ducks in a row, that's going to be enough. And that's not going to be enough. You still have to have a certain degree of chemistry. You still have to have a certain degree of attraction to this woman. This woman still has to be attracted to you. So a lot of these guys don't understand why they'll say, look, well, I have a good job. I went to college. I have a degree. I make this money. I drive this kind of car. I live in this neighborhood. I'm a part of this brotherhood. I'm a part of this fraternity, whatever. And I still can't get the women that I want. I have everything that she's saying that she wants, but she's still not choosing me. That's because despite all of this stuff that you believe that you have that she wants, she's still not attracted to you. There still has to be a certain level of attraction. That technically, that's the way that this dating and courting game is supposed to work. When you go, like, when I was out there, right? When I was in the game and I would go somewhere with the fellas, we go to the bar, we go to the lounge or whatever. Women, let me say it like this, fellas. Women pursue as well. Okay. I don't want y'all to, to lose sight of that. Women pursue as well. Women just pursue in a different way. You know what I mean? A woman has certain ways of letting you know that she's interested. And and technically she's supposed to be the initiator, so to speak. If you like prime example, let me paint a picture for y'all. Like, let's say y'all in a bar, you in a lounge or something. You go to the bar to get you a drink, right? You canvass in the room, which is what men do. We canvass the room. We got to see where the door is at. We got to see where the bathroom is at. We got to see, okay, this brother over here look a little wild. You know what I mean? If it pop off, I may have to work him out. You know what I'm saying? Brothers scan the room. So you at the bar, you scan in the room, right? And so in the process of you scanning the room, you see this female. And every time you casually, calmly, collectively, scan this room, you always see this just this particular young lady kind of in your face. You know what I mean? She's cute, she's attractive, she's giving you eye contact. You know what I mean? She's giving you body language. You see the way her body's postured. You know what I mean? It's turned towards you. It's centered towards you. She's letting you know, she's giving you certain cues that, okay, she's interested. You know what I mean? She sees you over there. You look handsome. You know, you're well put together. Whatever. She's pursuing. She's pursuing with her eyes and with her body language. Okay. So brothers who are in tune to that, who are in tune to the cues of women, will say, okay, I see Shorty over there. I see her. I see the eye contact. I see the body language. Okay, now you approach, you pursue. If that's what, if she's your type, if she's what you're looking for, then you step over, you pursue. You go over there, you know, you say what's good, you spark up a little conversation, whatever. So everybody's pursuing, men and women pursue. You know what I mean? But a lot of brothers, you know, a lot of these incel types, a lot of these brothers who don't necessarily have the greatest success with women, they don't understand that it takes both. You know what I mean? In order for you to get a certain type of woman, you have to be versatile, fellas. You can't have, you know, one or the other. You know what I mean? You can't have all the swag and the drip and not have any of these core qualities that, you know, certain types of females are looking for, the females that you want. You know what I mean? You have to be versatile. You have to be able to hold yourself well. You have to be able to carry yourself well. And you still have to have these qualities over there. You know what I mean? And that's where a lot of y'all are missing it. On top of the fact that a lot of y'all brothers will date out of your lane too. You know what I mean? Like you put yourself in situations where you're setting yourself up to fail. You know what I mean? So you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Let me see what we got right here. But yeah, man, you know, we have to get to a point as men where we understand pursuit as opposed to chasing. You never chase. You don't chase anything. You know what I mean? You don't chase anything. You chase facts and I see, look, you know what I mean? Every guy out here doesn't have this super high level of swagger. Let me tell you like that. Get this water in. Every brother out here doesn't have a natural aura about him where he has a crisp mouthpiece, is confident, whatever. A lot of brothers out here come off a little nervous. And yeah, and some ladies out here like that. The key is for you fellas, man, you have to be confident in yourself. That's the foundation of your success. Your success in whatever arena you're trying to be successful in, it's not going to come from outside of yourself. It's not. It's going to come from within. You have to. You have to have confidence. You have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? And believe and being natural. Sometimes, look, when I first started doing these shows, when I first started doing these shows, I was nervous. You know what I mean? I speak a lot. In front of people. I speak at my kids' school, you know, pre-COVID. I do a lot of speaking in my career. You know what I mean? But YouTube was a new arena for me. You know, having a YouTube channel and being a content creator, that was new. So it was nervous. You know, I was nervous. You know what I mean? In the beginning. And that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But be true to yourself, though. Don't overextend yourself. Be honest. You know what I mean? You look, all these things that y'all think women want, y'all have no idea what they want. You have no idea what they think is cute. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You're hearing it from men who don't have no women. Y'all ain't seen them. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll come before us and they'll talk about how they got all these women and they're doing this and they're doing that. Ain't nobody seen that. You know what I mean? Nobody's seen it. So a lot of these cats really don't know what they're talking about, or they're regurgitating somebody else's information that they look up to, that they admire, and they're putting a little flavor on it. They're putting a little Old Bay on it and making it, you know, unique to them. But it's not really who they are at the end of the day. They're lying. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to know until you get out there. Until you get out there and you put your bid in, and you put your bid in, you put your best foot forward, and you be confident in yourself. That's when you're going to know. But Let me see what we got up here. All right. So, brothers, when you chase, let me tell y'all some things that y'all do that are examples of chasing. Okay. When you don't take no for an answer, right? You're chasing her. All right. The chick done told you no. You know what I mean? You tried to put your bid in. You've tried to, you know what I mean, get her to choose up on you. You know what I mean? And she's not interested in you. She's like, no, thanks, but no thanks. I'm flattered. You know what I mean? But I'm not really trying to do that right now. Or I don't really see you like that. You know what I mean? When you don't take no for an answer, when the chick done let you know she ain't really into you and you still in her inbox, you still in her DMs, you still texting, you still popping up at the, you know what I mean? You still talking to her at the gym. You know what I mean? You still trying to spark up personal conversations at the coffee shop, whatever. That's chasing. You know what I mean? Not being able to take no for an answer. Still trying to go out, still trying to bag her even when she's told you no. Physically, verbally, whatever. She's let you know, I'm not really into that. I'm not really into you like that. You know what I'm saying? But you still trying to put your bid in. And I know there are a lot of ladies in this chat who are listening, who will listen to this on the playback, who've dealt with brothers like that. Brothers who would just not take no for an answer. Like, you let them know, look, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? It ain't you, it's me. I'm on something different right now. I'm somewhere else right now. But regardless of what you tell this brother, he will not let go. You know what I mean? Another example of chasing women is trying to force yourself on her, trying to force her to like you. You know what I mean? Trying to force her to be in a relationship with you. You know what I mean? Being jealous. You know what I mean? When she's out and about, when she's doing her thing and there are guys around or there's a guy around or whatever, you know what I mean? Being jealous, hovering around, you know what I mean? Always having to be in her space. That's chasing. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. That comes off as it's too aggressive. It's too needy. It's too desperate. And women aren't looking for a needy guy like that. Women aren't looking for a desperate guy like that. And they know y'all. They see y'all. You know what I mean? They recognize y'all. You know what I'm saying? All you cats who always in our inbox every morning talking about good morning, sweetheart, and all that, you're doing too much, man. You're chasing. You know what I mean? You put your bid in, you put your best foot forward, and then you fall back. And I mean, you give her the option or the opportunity to choose up on you. You know what I mean? Whether that's a conversation over the phone, exchanging numbers, going out on a date, whatever. You know what I mean? If she doesn't choose up on you, you cool with that, and you say, you know what, it's all good. I'm gonna keep moving. So let me see what my bro Phineas said right here. He says it's just not as deep as people make it. The problem is incels are pissed because they're not attracting the hoes, but those are the types that they say they do not want. That is absolutely true. I've said that before. You know what I mean? Incels don't really want a good woman. They're not really attracted to good women. They want hoes. They want thotties. You know what I mean? They're attracted to the same women that Pookie's attracted to. And they don't understand why the thotty keeps choosing up on the dusty. They don't understand why the thotty keeps choosing up on the ratchet, on the hood dude. Because they, what interests her, you don't have anything that interests her. You know what I mean? She likes dudes that are hood. She likes dudes that have a little edge. She likes dudes that live with the mindset that they don't have anything to lose. A Dusty doesn't have anything to lose. He'll do anything. He'll say anything. He'll wild out anywhere. Because what does he have to lose? He's broke. You know what I mean? He's living on somebody. He's living off of somebody. So he doesn't really have anything to lose. And he lives like that. And to the hoe types or the thotty types, that's attractive because he's free. he don't care about nothing. You know what I mean? He does what he wants. He says what he wants, and that's sexy to them because he doesn't have anything to lose because he hasn't built anything. You know what I mean? People subconsciously seek their own level. So the incel brother is a hood rat in camouflage. He's a dusty in camouflage. He's the same guy. The difference is he doesn't look the part and he doesn't have the heart to be the part, but he's the same dude. Straight up. Like he's the same guy. He is Walmart Tavius in a costume. He's Walmart Tavius with a fake beard and mustache on and with a bad edge up. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is. Because if you weren't, why would you want the same women that he wants? You know what I mean? It really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense at all. But fellas, you don't want to come off as being too needy, too clingy. You know what I mean? Facts, man. He's a wannabe, man. He's a wannabe F-boy, man. He's a wannabe lame. He don't have the heart to be a full out hood cat. He don't have it in him. You know what I mean? Like you always have guys who, you know, they hang around the set, right? We all know them. Like they hang around the set and they want to get the perks from the set, but they don't have the heart to do what the homies in the set do. You know what I mean? Like the homies in the set for real, they put in work. You know what I mean? They're willing to put in work. These guys are fake. Like they live in the neighborhood and they want to get the stripes that the neighborhood has earned, but they're not putting in the work. And that's what these guys are. Like they want to be the Dusty, but they don't have the heart to be him. They won't put in work like a Dusty guy will. Like a Dusty guy will, you know, tear up her crib, you know what I mean? You know, take her credit card and buy him some sneakers, you know, play Madden all day, you know what I mean? And you know, he don't have the heart to do that. Even if he tried, even if he tried to get bold with the female, she gonna feel it and know that he fake. It's not really him. She can see it. People in this world know who to be afraid of. We know who not to talk to a certain way. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? So they want to be that guy, even though they can't. They don't have the heart to be him. And it's really unfortunate. But a lot of these brothers, man, they go over the top. Y'all stay out of these females' DMs, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay up out of there, man. I see you, Mona. Shout out to Mona. You know what I mean? Big Girl Panties is coming. Y'all check that out. I'm looking very forward to that. You know, to watching this sister. You know what I mean? She's about to start, you know, her own, her own lane. You know, with two other beautiful sisters just like her, and it's called Big Girl Panties. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to grown women, you know, talking about things, getting some things off their chest and just keeping it real and keeping it feminine and all of that. And keeping it humble. So so y'all be on the lookout for them. Big Girl Panties is coming 2021. But yeah, man, y'all get out of these women DMs, man. Stop. Look, she told you no already, man. Look, Coming to America 2 getting ready to drop early next year, man. Y'all saw what happened to dude with the soul glow, man. She told you no. You gotta get that through your greasy head, man. She don't want you. And when you keep pursuing, you're chasing. Women don't want a guy who's a chaser. Women want a guy who pursues. Women want a guy who's confident. You know what I mean? Not cocky, but confident. Not arrogant, but assertive. Confident, assertive. Baby, I like you. I'm really into you. You know what I mean? I want to get to know you. I want to build with you. You know what I mean? I want to have conversations with you. Hopefully, you know, I could take you out, show you some things you ain't never seen before, you know, learn you a few things that you know, you hadn't learned before and really build. And that's what I want to do. But if you're not into that, if you're not interested in that, then I'm going to leave you where you stand. Good luck to you. You know what I mean? I hope you find what you're looking for out here in life. I'm not going to sweat you though, but you know where I stand. You know what I mean? You know where I'm at. When you ready, you get at me. I'm not going nowhere. I'm out here making moves. I'm doing my thing. But when you ready, you let me know, and I'll be there. And to that moment, it's you keep doing your thing, man. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in yourself, man. The girl told you no. She told you no. Like, how many times you gonna be in her DM saying good morning? She don't even respond. She be deleting the joint. She don't even read it. She don't even want you to know she read it. You know what I'm saying? Because in your mind, you're gonna think that's a win. Nah, like she deleted ASAP. She don't even click on it to go into the, and you know what I mean, to go into the DM so that it can come off to her like you read it. Because she don't want to give you no room to think you have a shot. She already told you. You sitting up in here being game goofy, man. And in her DMs all day, everything she posts, you know what I mean? You hearting it. She could talk about, she could put a post up about something she made for dinner, put a little, take a little picture of some beef stroganoff she made or something like, or some chicken marsala or something she made. You up in the comments, oh, goddess, that looks so edible. You know what I mean? That looks like God made it. It looks like the goddess Isis made it herself. She can read all that, man. You know what I'm saying? She can read all that, sign all loud and shit, man. She can read it. She can see it through your comment, man. Stop. Y'all creating fake pages and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Trying to get close to her. Facts. MB, I see you. Y'all trying to, create fake pages and all that to get close to her. Because she already know you a lame, and she already know that you a sucker. And so you out here, you know what I mean, creating fake pages and all that, trying to get close to her, man. She told you no. And you know how, and she know it's you anyway. Because you come up in there with the same goofy ass game. Even on your fake account, you coming up in there every post. Oh, Goddess Isis herself. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's a beautiful turtleneck you have on today. Oh, who did your eyebrows? Oh, it looks very nice. You come off moist, man. Dry yourself out, nigga. You too damp. You too moist. And you look soft. You know what I mean? Facts. Everybody a goddess now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody an empress or some shit. Stop that, man. That's not nice. Every chick ain't no empress, man. Every chick ain't no goddess out here. Look, man. I love y'all fellas, man. It's almost 2021, man. All right. I mean, we're in a new age, man. It's a shift going on out here, man. We're in the age of Aquarius right now, man. It's a shift. Shift from that moisture, man. Dry. Air dry yourself, man. Squeeze that moisture about you, man. Air dry. Do something. Stop being moist all the time, man. These chicks laughing. They laughing at you. And I don't want you to get laughed at, man. I want you to be on your square. You know what I mean? I want you to be confident, man. Every time the chick posts something, you empress this and goddess that, and the Isis herself and all that, man. Get up out of here with that, man. She ain't buying that. You going home dry. You up in the post all moist and gonna go to sleep dry. Because you out here playing, man. You out here faking around. You know what I'm saying? You too aggressive, man. And when you overly aggressive, fellas, that's really a sign of desperation, man. That means that you're not sure of yourself. You got to keep a steady pace, man. You know what I mean? Everything in life is a marathon. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. When you're pursuing a woman, it's a marathon, man. You got to pace yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta stay true to yourself. You got to be who you are. That's what dating is. That's what courting is. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be showing them who you are. And if they can rock with it, then she gonna line up with it. But if she don't, then she won't. And that's okay. Regardless of however it plays out. Lil mama did you a favor. If she line up with you, then you good. you Gucci. If she don't line up with you, then you Gucci too, because she saved the spot. The spot is open for the woman who's supposed to be there to come in. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But stop, y'all got to stop this, man. 2021, look, check it out. It's December 22nd, right? Y'all got about 9 more days to be moist. All right. Y'all got about 9 more days to be overly aggy out here, to be overly aggressive. Y'all got 9 days to do it. Get it up out your system right now. All right. You send these DMs and she can be the goddess and empress or whatever, whatever made up country you made in your mind, whatever made up astral plane you can, transfigure in your mind. You let her have that for 9 more days, man. But you step into 2021, all that chasing stuff is over with. It's not, and at the end of the day, fellas, it's not even about the woman, man. You validate yourself. You validate yourself based on your ability to provide and protect. And you validate yourself based on your level of masculinity and manhood. You know what I mean? You consistently work on yourself. And the right woman that's supposed to line up with you is going to come. She's going to see you. Y'all niggas gotta trust this process, man. Y'all don't trust the process. You trying to cheat the game. The game can't be cheated. You know what I mean? Even if you cheat the game, you're gonna lose, because even if you get her, right? Even if you bag you a Chantel, right, or a Miss V or MB or Mona or somebody, let's say you actually get a lying, right? She's gonna find out you a fraud. She's gonna find out, because life has a way of putting you in situations that are going to expose the real you. I don't care how much you hide. Milli Vanilli was faking out their whole career. And somewhere out of nowhere, they performing like they performed hundreds of times before. And just this one night, the record skipped. And they caught off guard because they got so confident in the lie. They got so confident in lip singing and lying that they never even considered, what the hell are we going to do if this record skip? How do we fake it? How do we do the WAP, confidently and lip singing so that and sing something real quick so they think it's us? They got so caught up in the lie that they never anticipated being exposed. And that's what y'all brothers do. Y'all lie, even if you can bag her, even if you can get you one. Like I said, even if you could get you a Chantel or MB or Miss V or Mona or somebody like that, even if you can get her, the goal is to not get a woman, bro. The goal is to keep her. The goal is to make her better. The goal is to teach her something that she didn't know. The goal is to give her some knowledge, some wisdom, some understanding that she can take and make her life better. That's the goal right there. And you ain't gonna never do that lying. But maybe that's not your goal. Maybe your goal is just to smash. Maybe your goal is just to, spread some cheeks a little bit. That's your goal. You ain't gonna get that neither. Because let me tell you something, like, women are not dumb, man. Women are smart. Women know the game. Women know. Women let dudes every day walk around with their chest puffed out like they beat it up. Women do that every day. Women have men confidently washing up in the sink like they beat it up. She got this nigga so gassed, he'll go out there and pick a fight with Mike Tyson. Cause she got him thinking he just that dude. Women understand the game. Women understand how to prop a man up, especially a dude that needs to be propped up. She know how to do that in order to get what she want from him. You're not finessing these women out here. You're not. Even these dudes that even cats, look at like Future or whatever, and they think, man, Future finessing these chicks ain't. Future ain't finessing nobody. How you finessing women giving up hundreds of thousands of dollars in child support every month. How you finessing? You ain't finessing nobody. And they got this dude thinking every other song he rapping like he got, like he's smashing left and right. Like he actually thinks he's confident. Like he actually thinks he's that dude. And a lot of y'all think that. I see y'all profile pictures, man. Y'all niggas confident. Your chest puffed out. You know what I mean? Your face crunched up, like you strong, like you really believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really believe what these women tell you. They know the game. They know you playing games. So they'll allow you to feel like you're in control of the game to get up out of you whatever they want to get up out of you. And when a better option comes around for them, they're going to leave. You know what I mean? And you can convince yourself that, hey, you won because you hit it. You can convince yourself that if you want, but you didn't win nothing. You didn't. We got to be better, man. You know what I mean? I'm a strong believer. I go hard on women. Anyone who listens to the channel knows that I don't sugarcoat, women in their role in our community and in relationships. But I'm a firm believer that men, I'm a firm believer that men need to lead. I'm a firm believer that, because that's how I live my life in my own household. If my household is out of order, the first person I look at is myself and say, okay, is my leadership out of order? You know what I mean? Am I leading right? That's what men have to do going forward next year. You know what I mean? 2021 and beyond. That's how we have to look at this thing, fellas. If we think this community is out of order, if we think women are out of order, if we think the youth, the babies are out of order, what role do we play in that? If we consider ourselves the head, if we consider ourselves the leaders, if we consider ourselves to be providers and protectors, that means we have to look at ourselves first. That means we have to look in the mirror and we have to say, okay, are we leading right? What are we doing wrong? You know what I mean? If we don't like single mothers, you know what I mean? If we want to bash single mothers all day, then stop making single mothers. How dare you niggas come up on here and bash single mothers all day and y'all got kids out here? Like, you made single moms and you bashing them. Like, how dare you do that? You created a single mom, fam. You don't have the right to come up on here on no platform, on no social media outlet and disrespect single moms if you made one or two or four or eight. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the authority to do that. You got to get to a point where you say, look, man, are we leading as men? Are we leading right? Have we built anything for women to come up into and subscribe to and compliment? There's some lame dudes out here who will be like, Frank bugging out, you know what I mean? Frank caping, you know what I mean? Frank capping, and he caping for certain. No, I'm not, man. That's what men do. That's what men do, man. Men look in the mirror and say, you know what? If this thing ain't right, the first person I got to look at is me. When the country's in disarray, people look at the king. If they think America's trash right now, who's everybody looking at? Who are they pointing the finger at? They're pointing the finger at Donald Trump. Why? Because he's the president. He's the head. He's the face. So if this country's garbage, if it's going down a rabbit hole, it's his fault because he's leading it down a rabbit hole. However you think of him. If that's what you think, if you think this country is trash, if you think it's going, in a way it shouldn't go, then you have to look at him and say, okay, he's the face of it right now. I'm a sports fan. I'm a sports fanatic. Most dudes are. Y'all know clear as day. When your favorite football team or when your favorite basketball team is trash, the first person that gets fired is the coach. It's the coach's responsibility to make sure all the players are doing their part. That the coach creates a scheme that his players can play, that they can run based off of their skill sets. And so if the team is losing, the first person that's going to get called out and probably fired is the coach, because it's your responsibility to make this work. The ingredients are there. It's your responsibility to season it up and cook it and put it out there on the plate and let people taste it and realize that it's good. You know what I mean? Facts. After being magazine, you know what? I'm about to take you up on your offer too, and I'm about to go publish, man. I'm about to write. You know what I mean? I need to be published. I know you reached out to me a while back. You said whenever you're ready, Frank, whenever you're ready to write something, let me know. I got you. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? 2021 is gonna be that year for me, man. I'm putting pen to paper, and I'm gonna talk about some things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all the idea too. I mean, it's very early. I haven't started yet, but the book that I want to write, I want to get some other brothers involved too, but I want to write a book, for, I mean, obviously it'll be for everybody, but it's going to be focused from men, for men, for young men. And I want to have, multiple chapters in the book that relates to everything related to manhood. You know what I mean? Business, spirituality, relationships, whatever. And I want brothers to just, and I'm going to write, it's going to be like a journal. It's going to have the look and feel of a journal. And I'm going to write certain stories, based on each chapter, based on each topic. And I want other brothers to do the same. And I want this book to be put out because I want brothers to know that there are people out here who look like you, who have gone through some of the same experiences that you're going through right now, and they made it out. I want a chapter on relationships where brothers talk about, yo, you know what? I simped for a little bit. I cupcake for a little bit. You know what I mean? I was married and I got complacent a little bit and I lost it. I lost my wife. You know what I mean? I lost it. But this is how I got over it. You know what I mean? I worked on myself. I looked in the mirror. I went to counseling if that's what I did. I got better and I bounced back. You know what I mean? On the business side of the game, hey, look, I was from the, so-and-so, he'll write something to the effect of, hey, I was from the hood. Nobody gave me a chance. Nobody told me I could be anything. I could do anything. This is what I did. You know what I mean? I went to school. I started meeting like-minded brothers. I started getting my paper up. I stayed focused. Yeah, there were people who didn't like it. There were people who hated. There were people who told me that I couldn't make it. You know what I mean? But this is what I did. And this is how I came up out of that. You know what I mean? I just want stories from brothers talking about their life and how they overcame. And I want to put it out there before the world so that other brothers can see that regardless of where they come from. Whether they've been in the penitentiary, whether they lived in the projects, whether they, had a baby when they were young, when they were 15, 16 years old, they had a child. And I want brothers to know that regardless of where you are in your life, you can come up out of that, man. You could be better. You know what I mean? Some of my greatest influencers, man, were people who had a questionable past. Malcolm had a questionable past. Malcolm was a drug addict. He was a pimp. You know what I mean? He ran the street. He's one of the greatest minds in the history of black people in America, of black people on this who ever existed. He had a questionable past, but he turned it around. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But y'all need to leave this stuff in the past, man. Stop overextending yourself. Stop chasing women. When you find a woman, when you're ready, when you've secured your bag, when you out here getting your bag, you getting your guap, and you're ready, you know what I mean? You're in a place where you're ready to bring a woman into that. You've built something that you're ready for a woman to come in and furnish and decorate and make it something, make it a home. You know what I mean? Play her position in your life. When you get to that point, you pursue. And you pursue from a level of confidence. You have a posture of confidence, of assertiveness, where you believe in yourself. I don't care how fine that woman is. I don't care how thick she is. I don't care what her mouth do. You know what I mean? If she can't come in and compliment you and cooperate with you and respect you as a man for who you are and not what you maybe might appear to be, then you leave her where she stands. That's how we got to move in 2021. You know what I mean? That's how we got to move. Because not moving like that has put us in the position that we're in as a people. There's just no way around that. Moving how we're moving has put us in this position where we have the majority of our children being born, in a single parent home, where, we own the least amount of businesses of any group in this country, where we're the most disrespected and the most violated group of people in this country. And it's been that way for hundreds of years. Yes, there is a system of systematic white supremacy that exists. Yes, it is. Let me tell you something. It's not going nowhere, black man. Fellas, it's not going nowhere. No one on the history of this planet has kidnapped a group of people, took them to a land that they didn't know, used them, built an empire off of their back, all to just wake up one day and say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, and then equally split all the rights and the wealth and resources that they gained off of your back, split it with you equally. That has never happened in the history of this country and in this planet, and it will never happen. Privilege is real. It's not going anywhere. Racism is real. It's not going anywhere. Systematic white supremacy is real. It is not going anywhere. But there are some things that you can do to isolate yourself, to protect yourself, and to protect the people that you love. One of them, man, brothers, fellas, is just being on your square. You know what I'm saying? Being confident in yourself, having a goal, having a purpose for your life. Your life has purpose, fellas. I don't care what anybody told you. Yeah, your ex told you you wasn't going to be nothing. So forget her. Who is she? She's an ex for a reason, homie. Yeah, she told you wasn't going to be nothing. Yeah, your mom might have told you you're going to be just like your daddy. You know what I mean? Maybe your family, maybe you told your family some of your goals and aspirations and they looked at you and said, niggas like us don't do stuff like that. Maybe they told you that and it crushed you and it hurt you. I mean, maybe that's what happened to you. But you don't have to live your life like that. You can be confident, man. You can stand on your square. You know what I mean? You can move. There's so many black men in this country who have done great for themselves within the system, within this corrupt system. And you can do the same. They're no better than you. I'm no better than you. Jason Black is no better than you. Tariq Nasheed is no better than you. All those brothers did is they took the opportunities that were given to them and they made it pop. They ran with it. We ran with it. Everybody who's successful, who's especially somebody who's black in this country, they took their opportunity and ran with it. And we had to deal with a lot of stuff along the way. We had to deal with haters. We had to deal with family who didn't believe in you. We had to deal with people who tried to sabotage us. That's a part of the game. That's just your success taking a shot at you. You know what I mean? Shout out to the movie American Gangster. That's just your success taking a shot at you. And it's going to happen from time to time. But you can do it. Be confident, man, because you being confident is really the foundation of your success in life, believing in yourself, not looking at other people, not judging yourself based off of other people. What they did over there is great. What that content creator did on his channel is great. The amount of subs he has is great. That's dope. Happy for him, proud of him. That's a good look. That's a good move for him. But you don't compare yourself to other brothers like that, man. You run your own race. You be confident in yourself. You make the moves that are authentic and true to you. And then when it's time for you to get you a young lady, when it's time for you to bring a young lady into your square, into your cipher, then she's going to respect you. She's going to respect your confidence, man. She's going to respect your assertiveness. She's going to respect it. And even if she walks away, she's still respecting you enough to walk away. She's respecting you enough to not bring any game to you. She's respecting you enough to not bring any drama or trauma to your life. So she walks away, and that's a good thing. Some of these cats, man, y'all, it's really not these women's fault, man. It's really not. When you look in the mirror, you choose women that don't suit your purpose. You chase women that once you look. When I had to go into the office, like pre-COVID, I worked downtown DC. I worked in the federal government. I work primarily out of DC Superior Court, U.S. Federal District Court. When I'm downtown working, like when I walk out of my office, when I walk out of my building, I go get some coffee or something. I go get some lunch or something. I'd always see these brothers outside, and they'd be hawking at these females. Females, and honestly, DC is a beautiful place, man. DC has some of the most, beautiful women you'll ever meet. If you've never been here, pull up. I mean, I take you out. I take you out for dinner or something. We could chat. We can wrap it up. You know what I mean? We could rap. But DC, this whole DMV is a beautiful place. You know what I mean? A lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful women here. My wife is from here. I mean, I know how DC move. She's a DC groover through and through. But it's a beautiful place here, man. So when I would come out of my building, to get some lunch or something, or just to get some fresh air, go for a walk, you know what I mean? See the cherry blossoms or something, go on the mall or something. I would always see these young ladies walking by. And in DC, you just never know. Like you see, I mean, it's females, there's lawyers, there's judges, accountants. I mean, like really doing their thing. Beautiful sisters, very feminine, very ladylike, whatever. They'd be walking to and fro, doing their thing. And they'd be brothers, just straight hood cats. They'd be hawking at them. You know what I'm saying? Chantel, I'm not talking about this right now. Okay. But yeah, so these dudes will be hawking at them hard, like, yo, shorty, come here, let me holler at you, whatever. Chasing, right? Chasing women. And then every once in a while, one female would be like, you know what? Let me just try this cat out. Like I got, she would have a hunch he ain't really worth nothing. He ain't really trying he ain't about nothing for real. But every once in a while, I would kind of peep, and a sister would come up on him and say, "Okay, I'm here. What's going on? Like, how are you?" And the brother would be so dumbfounded, he'd be so goofy looking that he didn't even expect it. You know what I'm saying? He was chasing. So I'm like, brothers, for all you brothers out here that are chasing women, that are overextending yourself, that are living lives that are not true and authentic to you, trying to chase women, what are you actually going to do if you catch it? For a man, life is strategy. Life is chess. Life is strategic. What are you going to do if she allows herself to be caught by you, since you chasing her, if she allows herself to be caught by you, what do you plan on doing when you catch her? Most of y'all cats ain't even thought that far. Like if she actually stopped and walked up on you and said, "Okay, I hear you. What's next? What we doing? Where we going? What we talking about? Where's your purpose at? What are your goals? Where are you going? Why should I follow?" You know what I mean? These are questions that, once you get to that point, women are going to ask that, man. You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all something, man. I came up here. I got stationed here. I'm a country boy, man. I'm from Raleigh. North Carolina, man. My whole life. I went in the Army. You know what I'm saying? Traveled around the world a little bit. I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, relaxed in Jackson in the house. I got stationed at Fort Sam. I was a medic when I went into the Army. I was a medic in the Army. So all the medics trained at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio. You know what I mean? So I went to San Antonio for like 4 months, trained there, was certified, became a certified EMT. And after I went to Fort Sam Houston, stayed in San Antonio for 4 months. Love San Antonio, love Texas. Like that's my, I ain't been to Houston yet. I gotta pull up on my man, Third Ward. I'm gonna pull up on him. When I go to Houston, I know Phineas is out there in Texas. I know Miss V's out there in PA. Shout out to Port Arthur. Rest in peace, Pimp C. I ain't been in none of them spots yet, but I will be out there. I've been to Dallas though, Fort Worth. So left San Antonio, went to South Korea for a year. Lived in South Korea. Lived in near the DMZ. I was up top, right near the North Korean border. I was up there for a year. And then I got stationed at Walter Reed. I got stationed at Washington, D.C. So I came to D.C. Back then. This was like 2004. It was still Chocolate City. You know what I mean? It was very much chocolate. Some mochas up in there, some milks up in there, but it was chocolate. You know what I'm saying? In DC, like this was around 2000, late 2003, early 2004. I touched down here. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And so facts. Absolutely. So I came up there, right? And was in DC for a minute, met some good people, you know what I mean, did my thing out there. And then I met my wife, you know what I mean, straight from DC, you know what I mean, had the lingo tour, had the DC feel tour, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of turned the kid out a little bit, man. I didn't know nothing about I didn't know nothing about Old Bay. I didn't know nothing about mumbo sauce and none of that. You know what I'm saying? And, she put me on to some things, man, changed my life up. And so when I got out of the Army, you know what I mean? We got married like my last month in the Army or whatever. And when we got married, we came back from Jamaica. We eloped and got married in Jamaica, August 2006. And when we came back, I ETS'd out of the Army. And, and I was like, I'm staying here. We're going to stay here and build. And my wife said, you sure? I know you from North Carolina. And she said, I'm going wherever you go. You my husband, you the head. And if you want to go to North Carolina, we going. You know what I mean? I don't really play too much go-go down there, but I'm going where you going. I want to be with you. So I said, nah, man, DC been good to me, man. Raleigh, North Carolina raised me, but DC made me, man. I became a man up here. So I said, I got to stay here. You know what I mean? And it worked out. But, it's a beautiful place here, man. But a lot of these cats, you know what I mean? Yeah, it turned me out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I got high off that mumbo. You know what I'm saying? I got addicted to it. And, that go-go and this go-go music. And, these cats wearing New Balances and the slang and all that. And I got hooked on it. You know what I'm saying? I said, I can't go nowhere. This is it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fellas, man, y'all just make sure, you know what I mean? Yeah. Asia is beautiful, man. Asia is beautiful. I want to go back. I want to take my wife back. Next time we'll probably go to Seoul. Seoul, South Korea is dope. When I was in the military, when I was stationed out there in the 2nd Infantry Division in South Korea, I was near, like I said, I was near the North Korean border. So it was real hectic up there. It wasn't really too much popping off. But I did a lot of shopping out there. You know what I'm saying? You want to, like, you see Frank Lucas in American Gangster, and you see how how he used to move to work. You know what I mean? How he used to move to work or whatever. A lot of cats who were stationed over there in South Korea, we would have some of the flyest gear because a lot of gear is made over there. You know what I mean? If you look at y'all clothes, you look on the tag, a lot of y'all tags are going to say made in South Korea, made in Seoul, made in Indonesia, made in, some type of Asian country. You know what I mean? If you look at the tag on your gear. So we was over there getting wholesale. And this was like, I was there in 2003. So this is when like the throwbacks were popping. Everybody was wearing throwback jerseys. You know what I mean? 2003, had grown men, 30, 40-year-old niggas was wearing throwbacks. So this is when that was really popping. That's when you go to the store back home and cats was paying $300-$400 for a throwback jersey. You know what I mean? I was getting them. I was supplying. Well, I think the statute of limitations has expired, but I was supplying a lot of y'all stores. A lot of y'all favorite stores where cats was getting them throwbacks from. I was supplying them. Me and the homies, we would buy them out there in bulk. and ship them back home. We was doing it so much they had to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I had like even to this day, I got dozens and dozens of throwback jerseys in the basement. Like once I get the basement, the man cave where I want it, I'm just gonna frame them and hang them up. But I had stupid throwbacks. I had like Dr. J. Julius Erving's college jersey from the University of Massachusetts. I had like sick throwbacks that I never saw nobody with. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and then facts. Let me see, Chantel. Yeah, that's real. When I was over there, a lot of the ladies from the States, a lot of the sisters who were stationed over there with me, they would, go into magazines or whatever. I'm gonna tell you how dope it was. They would go into magazines and they would see an outfit they like, something that Beyonce had on, or whoever was wearing it. You know what I mean? They would take a magazine into the clothing store and they would say, yo, I really like this. So the tailors in the shop would measure you. They measure your waist and your arm length or whatever, and they would make you these outfits. You know what I mean? That you see these artists wearing. Like they would make them and have it for you in like 2-3 days with your initials embroidered on the inside. Like a lot of cats was coming back with super fly suits, like real nice suits. They'll go over there, get them made, custom made. They pick the fabrics out. Everything was from scratch. Like they go there, they say, yo, I want this suit. Whatever kind of stuff you was into, yo, I like this brother. Idris Elba had this suit on. I want this suit right here. You know what I'm saying? They go up in there, get measured. We get measured. Come back in 2 days. The suit joint look just like what Idris Elba had on, and whatever interview or whatever show he was at. It was crazy. Like I loved it over there. You know what I mean? The culture was dope. The food was dope. I remember I never told nobody this, but when I was in South Korea, I used to rap. Like I used to rap. You know what I'm saying? And so when I was in the barracks, like me and this, like me and one of my homies was he was stationed with me. We were in the same battalion. And I mean we were we were in the same battalion. And he was from New Jersey. He was a producer, like he made beats and all of that. So I would just get up with him and a few other brothers, and we would just like write rhymes and rap or freestyle or whatever. This was like, I was in Korea all of 2003. So we was out there, and so I did a whole album. I did like a whole rap album, like 12 joints. And I can't even find it. I don't know what I called it. I think I called it From Me to You or something. And I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought I was hot. But yeah, I did a whole album, man. I can't find it nowhere. I know I got the CD. I think the young lady I was with at the time, when I came back home, I left it over a crib, and once we broke up or whatever, she didn't give it back. But my CD around here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? My whole little rap album out here somewhere. Somebody got it. You know what I mean? If you got that, man, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? I want to play. I want my wife to hit. You know what I'm saying? My kids when they get older, man. I was on something heavy. But yeah, man, it was good times. But just getting back to the topic, fellas, man, you have to. Women are really asking, for you to be yourself. This world wants men to be themselves and to take their rightful place, in the community and in these relationships. A lot of these women don't really like brothers give women a hard time because they work hard and they not really home like that. A lot of ladies, fellas, they don't want to do that, but they feel like they have to because you won't step up to where you need to step up at. So because you are not really playing your role, a lot of women will try to compensate by trying to play your role for you. And a lot of women will subconsciously become the man of their dreams. A lot of these women have become the man that they always wanted. And that's heavy when you think about it, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? This world wants men to be men. It needs men to be men. She wants you to tell her no sometimes. She don't want you to chase her and like everything she like. Number one, because she know you lying. Nobody likes everything. I don't like everything my wife like. You know what I'm saying? Except Greenleaf, though. I like Greenleaf. But every I don't like everything she like. K, what's up? Yeah, man. I miss my man K. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife and another couple went out to right outside of Baltimore to go see Corey Holcomb this past weekend. My man K hit me and said, yo, you know what I mean? Next time you come up this way, you got to pull up on me, man. You got to check in. So, K, I got you, man. Next time I come out that way, you know what I'm saying? Out that way, on the Baltimore side, I'm going to pull up on you, man. You know what I mean? There's a really nice cigar lounge that I go to out there. It just opened up recently. You know what I mean? A friend of mine put me on to it. So I go out there, every once in a while. But matter of fact, early next year, man, I'm going to come up there and pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to my man K Coaching. He has his own YouTube channel as well. Dope brother. He's been on my show. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the show a couple times, man. Dope brother. Y'all support this brother, man. You know what I mean? Check him out on his YouTube channel as well. Shout out to K. But yeah, man, I'm about to end it, man. I'm not gonna ramble. I know y'all probably got some stuff to do. You know what I mean? Y'all probably got to finish your Christmas shopping and all that. You know what I mean? Get your eggnog together and get your your Kwanzaa set up together. So I'm gonna let y'all slide off, man. But I just want to say, fellas, confidence is your foundation. Confidence. Even if you have money, it's not going to matter if you don't have confidence. If you don't approach life from a position of confidence and assertiveness, you're going to fail. You're going to fail in your professional career. You're going to fail in your personal life and your relationships. You have to be confident. Men have to lead. That is your purpose. The Matrix 4 is coming out this 2021. You know anything about the Matrix? When they would talk about all of these programs that didn't perform their duty were rendered obsolete and they were discarded and thrown out of the Matrix, thrown out of the system. If you're not black men, if you're not performing and you're not living up to your responsibility, the world is going to render us obsolete. And there's going to be a high probability of us being discarded because our program is old and it's not fulfilling its purpose. We have to change our program. We have to fulfill our purpose in our communities and our homes with the woman that we love, with the children that we make, with the communities that we build. We have to fulfill our purpose. And once we fulfill our purpose, everything else is going to fall into place. Lead with confidence, man. Pursue everything you want in life. You pursue it. Even that woman, you pursue her. You come to her from a position of confidence. You let her know, look, I want you. I do. And I ain't even going to front, baby. I want you. I do. But I don't need you. And I'm not going to overextend myself and lose myself in the process of trying to get you when I know that that's not going to work for me. And because it's not going to work for me, it ain't going to work for you. So I can't do that. So on that note, man, y'all be good. Y'all be safe, man. Like I said, next week, I'm going to take it off. Next week, me and the wife, we're traveling. We're flying out to Dubai next Tuesday. Y'all have, happy holidays. Y'all be safe, though. You know what I mean? Still wear your mask. Stay 6 feet away from me and everybody else. You know what I mean? But y'all be good, man. You know what I mean? I'm still here. I will be checking my emails and all of that. So if you want to email me, the Man Cave mail series is popping. I'm very appreciative of that. So if you want to reach out to me via email, if you have a topic that you want me to address, if you just want to give me some words of support, you want to say, Frank, you're doing a good job, or Frank, maybe switch it up like this, whatever you feel like saying, man, email me. I'll respond back. I respond back to the fans and supporters of the channel. So if you email me, I'm gonna definitely hit you back. If you want to support the channel, financially, you can do so. As some of you have seen earlier, my super chat is open now. I am monetized. So if you want to support via super chat, you can do that. Obviously, if you want to support the channel via Cash App, you can do that as well. I'm on Cash App and PayPal. Cash App $ View from the Man Cave. PayPal at paypal.me/View from the Man Cave. So on that note, man, y'all be safe, man. Happy holidays, man. I love y'all. I'm gonna be right back at y'all in the new year, man, 2021. I'll be good. Peace.